Good afternoon, YouTube friends. Thank you for visiting my channel, Off-Grid Living with the Bennetts. So today's plan is that tote right there is going in the house. And the reason it's going in the house is because I don't want my water to freeze in the wintertime. Well, before I put it in the house, I got to do some preparation because I don't really want to take up a lot of space. So let's take a look. So what the plan is when I built this, I left an opening in the floor, and that's where I plan on putting the tote, the water tote. I've also left an opening over here as well. I was kind of thinking that's maybe where my batteries were going to go, but since then I haven't really decided for sure. That sound in the background you're hearing is my inverter. So that's the plan. That has to go in there. But like I said, I don't want it to freeze in the wintertime. So the plan's going to be is this whole entire floor here is going to be spray foamed. But for today, I'm just going to spray foam in here, all the way around the whole entire thing. And that way I'll have a spot for my tote. And I don't know whether this will be cold storage or batteries will go down there or what I'll do down there, but I'm gonna do something down there. So I'm gonna spray foam the whole entire thing, and then I'm gonna level out the dirt. I'm gonna put a pallet down with a piece of OSB on top of it, and then I'm gonna put my tote in. And once my tote's in there, then I'm gonna move all my water system over here as well. And this will basically be our utility room. But the thing is, I'm going to spray it myself, and that's what I'm using. So I have no idea what's involved. I haven't even read the instructions. I haven't even opened the box. So let's take a look together. Okay. Let's see what we got in here. I'm assuming that they want me to use old clothes doing this because it could be a mess. Heavy. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Read this before using product. Foam must be applied in layers to avoid overheating or combustion. Never exceed 2 inches of thickness per layer of cured foam. Target 1 inch. Low foam to cool between layers. Okay, that makes sense. In cooler months, important to remember the temperature sensitive. All surfaces must be clean and dry. They are between 60 Fahrenheit and 90 Fahrenheit. Okay, we're good there. Good foam. Okay, that's straightforward. I'm kind of nervous to do this because it was quite expensive to buy. I'm not looking forward to when I go underneath the house and do it, because I've got 2 cement blocks high, so I don't have a lot of room under there. And the hose isn't very long, so I'm going to be dragging that tank, these two tanks with me, I guess. Okay, what do we got here? One pair of gloves, a wrench, okay, wrench for screwing these on. And then we've got a little bag of silicone or something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And a book to read. Wow. Two books to read. Safe use, storage, and handling. Oh boy. Keep all spray foam out of the reach of children. Avoid contact with your skin. Where proper. Yeah. Keep cylinders in upright position. Do not pull or lift cylinders by the hose. Okay, common sense stuff. Cylinder foam sealant. Section 4. First aid. Hopefully you don't need to worry about first aid. Secure sign, safety. And about 2 component spray foam. Storage. Occupancy time. Third party. 1 hour. 1 hour after spraying. Okay. Document. References. Two component spray kit. Gloves. And the rest is in French. Bonjour. Okay. Now we get to the nitty gritty of this. Let's see what this says. Preparation and setup. Best results. Used only in well-ventilated areas where proper protective. Tighten loose hoses with a wrench. Always dispense spray foam with cylinders in upright position. Purge air from chemical hoses by aiming the foam applicator into a waste receptacle. Depress the trigger fully until 2 roughly equal chemical streams exit the foam applicator. This may take 5 to 15 seconds. Wipe the applicator barrel with a clean rag to remove any liquid or reacted foam. Lubricate the spray foam applicator O-ring with lubricant provided, which is this. And what's the O-ring? This here would be the O-ring, I guess. That's the O-ring. Okay. That's that. Tighten loose fittings with wrench provided. Do not over tighten. Attach hose cylinders if not already attached. Warning, do not over tighten. Tighten hose carrying cylinder fittings 1/6 turn past finger tight. One-sixth past finger tight. One-sixth of a turn past finger tight. I guess they don't know how tough I am. Okay. 1/6 of a turn. Okay, that's 1/6 of a turn. Okay. Attach cylinder hoses if not already attached. Insert hoses into carton holes or lay in carton slots where applicable. Right? Okay. There. Like that, I guess. Guess that's what we want. Not sure how I'm going to do that when I'm under the house later. Okay. Doing over tighten. Fully open the valves on each cylinder by turning clockwise until a slight resistance is felt. Close cartons. Okay. Okay. Let's keep reading. was tight. Okay. Both lines are open. Okay. Fully open both valves of cylinders clockwise until slight resistance is felt. Close carton. Always dispense spray foam with cylinders upright position. Do not pull or lift cylinders by hoses. Unlock applicator trigger safety by pulling until it sets in open position. Let's hold off for that for a minute so I can read some more here. Unlock applicator trigger safety by pulling it until it's in open position. Purge air from the cylinder lines by aiming the foam applicator into a waste receptacle. Dispense the trigger fully until two roughly equal streams. Okay, we read that. Wipe the applicator barrel with a clean rag to remove any liquid or foam. Lubricate the spray foam applicator O-ring, which we've already done. I guess I have to do it again. Select the appropriate nozzle. Select the appropriate spray nozzle. Yellow fan nozzle for a wide spray pattern. Yellow for a wide spray pattern, and white for a narrow spray pattern. So I guess I'll probably have to use them both because I got a little area between. I got a 2x6 and another 2x6. Got an area about this wide between them, so I'll have to use the other for that. Attach the nozzle by aligning. Okay. Push clockwise. Spray a small amount of foam on scrap material to check material mixture. The foam should be off-white in color and be tack-free within 30 to 60 seconds. Okay. The spray foam applicator controls the flow of the components. The following applicator will help improve the efficiency. Application spray should be clean, free, and dry of major degree. Foreign material, cover surface. Apply the foam on scrap material to become familiar with how the product dispenses. For insulating wall cavities, spray up to 1/2 inch thick for the first layer. For additional, wet chemical normally expands 2 to 3 times the original volume. Apply additional layers up to 1 inch of foam until desired thickness reaches 2 inches maximum of cured foam for Class A fire rating. For flash and bat applications. Okay, shut down. Partially used foam kits can be reused within 30 days. Oh, that's good. Close the cylinder valves by turning clockwise. Do not drain chemical from hoses. Pull the trigger safety into the locked position. Remove the used nozzle, but do not discard. Wipe the applicator barrel with a clean cloth, making sure the chemical ports are clean. Do not use solvent. Apply more lubricant to the O-ring and 2 chemical ports on the application barrel. Reattach the used nozzle, which will prevent air and moisture from entering the hoses. After 7 days of non-use, remove the used nozzle from applicator, open cylinder valves, and dispense about 5 seconds to purge old chemicals from hoses. Cylinder. Okay, clean up. Uncured foam may be removed by wiping blah 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 blah. Okay, well, she sounds pretty straightforward, I guess. I was going to go under the house and spray under the house first, and my wife suggested not to, because that way I can get some practice. Well, you know, another good reason not to go into the house first is because this thing is heavy. So, yeah, I'm going to use a scrap piece of wood and test it out. We got to get a rag, and we'll get going. We'll see how it goes. Well, there you have it. I got my spray foam insulation done. I did it quite thick inside the area where the tote's going because I wanted to make sure that when I put water in there in the winter time that it wouldn't freeze. So it went well. I thought I was going to run out, but I didn't. So then I went under the house and I cut about a 6-inch groove through all the insulation from my kitchen back to this area here because I had to put water lines in for the kitchen sink, and I was able to fill all that in with insulation as well, and that's like, I've probably got it a good 7 inches thick. So the water lines are against the floor, and I got like 7 inches of spray foam underneath of it. So that should stop that. I shouldn't freeze there, and I've got it nice and close to the floor, so the floor heat should take care of it. I did run out after that, and I knew I would run out, and I basically had enough that I probably could have done the whole thing, but I wanted to make sure that I got it on really thick, especially around the water line and around the tote area. So I did run out. So I will be going out and purchasing some more. I'm going to be getting a smaller box than this. I bought this from Lowe's, and am I pleased with how it went? I'm absolutely very pleased. It went really well. I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. The only problem I found is, like I say, my blocks are 2 blocks high and I had to crawl underneath the house, and it was a tight fit. But overall, I'm really pleased with the performance of the product. And like I say, I will be buying some more, and they're not sponsoring me in any way. But should you decide you want to do some spray foam insulation, this is the thing to do. Part of the house I had sprayed by a professional company. The other part of the house I had sprayed by a professional company as well. But I was concerned around the water tote area. I wanted to make sure it was done perfectly, so I decided to do that myself. And like I say, it went very well, and I'm very pleased. So thank you for visiting my channel, and take care, and we hope to see you in the next video. Talk to you later.